Welcome to another video. In this video I want to show something different. So if you are someone who wants to have a specific background for your avatar, you can always change it by using free editors like this one. This is called Pixlr.com. So this is what you type in the browser that you want to edit in. I think it doesn't really work well with Google Chrome, so you have to use it in, for example, Opera or the other internet browsers. With this one, you can use it in your PC or your laptop. And there are also apps that you can use on your phone or tablet like Pixlr. I'm going to put the link in the description below. So here, I'm going to use the lasso select. And what I'm going to select is the magnetic one because it will select the outlines for me. Since I want to be able to do it as neat as possible so that I don't have to delete many things from the background. So here I'm going to select this part first and then delete it, and then I'm going to continue. It's not going to be like really clean in the beginning because I'm going to do it a little bit by a little bit. Make sure you double click afterwards and then you delete. You see right now that it doesn't delete this part because the background is locked. So here you have to unlock it by selecting the padlock. It will turn it into an eye, and then you can delete the background over here. So if you have deleted at the excess of the hair, you can always draw it back on. And in case this is too difficult for you, you can also use another trick. So here, after I double click, I delete it. You can also use the pen tool, of course, that will select a specific color of the background, which will save a lot more time. But if you want it to be very precise, it's always best to use several tools instead of only one. So here, I'm just going to delete this part, this one as well. What we do is, these parts that are still here, you use the eraser tool, which is this one, and it will look like an eraser. And in case you think that it's too big, you can always go here in the brush size and you make it smaller. So here I'm going to make the size bigger again. You basically turn the softness to 0 if you want it to be super hard, so that there's no traces of the feet getting erased. So if you want to zoom it in, you press on Ctrl Z so that you get a clearer picture of what still should be deleted. Okay, now you select the color over here. So let's say I want this specific color. You press OK, and here you make the brush size smaller because you want this to be drawn and not a size bigger. You see here that the color has turned dark here, so you have to select this one here and make it draw over here, but make sure opacity is a little bit lighter. So for example 43%, so that it doesn't look like it has immediately turned into another color. Like here you see that you can still see the difference in color, so let me make it lighter over here. Yeah, like this. Okay, so here you have the rest of the feet, and then I can turn it back to 100%, select this color over here, and then fill this in over here at the top. So you see that it actually has drawn a little bit over the skirt. To prevent that, you can always select a new layer here. So you go here in the plus button over here, the icon, and you select empty. It will create a new layer for you, and in that layer you can then create your feet as big as you want it to be, and then you just delete the excess with the eraser. So this is the eraser one. You'll see that it won't delete the skirt with it, it will just delete the extra colors over here that you created. Okay, and In case you want it to be lighter, you can also go here, the opacity, make it like 47, make the brush smaller. You have to select the drawing tool again, and you can go here then and redraw it a little bit. Yep, so right now you see that the color will become better. In case you're not sure, you can always make it a little bit lighter in the color, like so. And then you use the eraser to erase the extra color again, like so. And then here in the bottom, you see that there's an area over here that is an extra. So you want to copy that by selecting the background, because it's on the layer of the background. You copy it and then you paste it again. You can then move it here to this part over here, and you can always like turn it around when you go here. So you see that there's an option to extend it, but we don't want that option. We want it to turn around. So you select the circle at the top here, and then you start turning it around like so. So you turn it with the mouse. Okay. So this is then for the legs. And then the rest, you also select it with the polygon tool, for example, because this is a straight line. And when you click twice, you will select everything. So when you are done, make sure to click twice so that you don't forget to select it. Otherwise, it will not work. And here at the top, you select the extra over here as well. It's normal to have these extra things to delete. So now you can select the hair color and then use the drawing tool, change the opacity a little bit lower so that you don't overdo it over here. Make sure that you don't have anything selected first, because otherwise it will not paint anything over there. Okay, so here you just draw it a little bit, like so. You create a new one again, an empty one. And here at the top, you select this color. And then you draw this part as well. Okay, and you select this color again, a darker color, just to make it look more realistic. Okay. Yep, so this is then how the end result will be. If you still feel like there's something that you want to delete, you can always use the eraser tool to delete the rest of it. So this is then how it will look like in the end. You can always zoom it out afterwards, and then you just go to Google, type in anything that you want, and you just look for a background. So let's say here the background looks like she wants to do something romantic. So here just type romantic background images, and for example you can select this one, or this one is also cute. You just copy the image and you go here, edit and paste, and you allow it. So here you have the image. What you can do is you can press on Shift so that you extend it only from the top and the bottom. You see here you can then extend it until the bottom, and make sure that it is on the bottom of the background layer, because this one needs to be on top. The avatar needs to be on top. Okay, so here you just make sure that it will stand on the ground, of course. So here this one should be on the ground, like so. And the clipboard needs to be a little bit bigger to the right, yeah. So you can then select and do it like this. And you see here you see that it was actually this part here. So that's why it's important to make sure that the layers are together. So here, what you do is you go to this one and you go to merge down so that it becomes one layer, and then you can paste the background over here. So you drag the background to the bottom, you press on Shift, and here you see as well that you have the two parts here that wasn't merged below. So you go to this layer over here, you merge down, and this layer as well, you merge down, so that they all get stuck together on one layer, so that when you move it around, it doesn't go away from the color that you added on it. Okay, so this is then how you create a background or an edit for your avatar. I know it's a lot of steps, so you have to make sure to have some patience if you want it to look more professionally, but if you don't care if it looks professional or not, you can just do it really fast in a few minutes. Thank you for watching!